Hi everyone. This week on the show we've got Aviram from Lendlord. We're going to be talking about the digitisation of the landlord's landlord's life cycle. But before we do anything, Aviram, can we get an introduction from you as to who you are and what you've been up to, please?
Yes, highly pleasure to be here. And thanks for hosting me. So I'm the co-founder and CEO of Lendlord. We started Lendlord 2 years ago, and basically our vision is to help landlords and property investors to digitize the property business.
Mhm.
And we are doing very exciting things, trying to help as many landlords that we can.
Awesome. Okay. So tell me about the digitisation for landlords that Lendlord does, and what that means for a landlord.
Yeah, so basically we take a look on the life cycle of the landlord in phases. So there is the pre-acquisition phase when you need to look at the property, about the area, make decisions, understand the tenants demand in the area,
Mhm.
uh, and basically analyze the future return if you purchase this investment. So our platform includes this section in the platform. So we help our users to analyze new property deals to get the relevant data, but also get the numbers and understand what is going to be their expected return in the first year and also in 10 years. We have smart engines that can analyze the portfolio and recommend finance options to finance the deals, either if it's a bridging finance or buy to let mortgage or remortgage. And this is very important to understand your finance option in the pre-acquisition and the acquisition phase.
Mhm.
Um, and then after you purchase the property, basically Lendo can help you manage
Okay.
the the financials and also the tenancies, so you can track your cash flow on landlord, understand the performance of the property, track all the property details that basically you need to store in the documents,
Mhm.
and also the rent collection, so you can track the rents that are coming in, and you can interact with your tenants if, let's say, there is like an overdue payment, if you manage the property by yourself. So many features in this area as well. And
Mhm.
the redemption phase, if you want to sell the property, you can understand, let's say, the tax implications, like in terms of capital gains tax and
Mhm.
things like that. So basically we provide a tool that can help you throughout the entire life cycle
Okay.
for each property, but also for the entire portfolio.
That's awesome. I like that at the end where it can tell you about helping you with the exit as much as the entrance.
Yes.
I like that. And does it help with can you help with finding a tenant as well for the landlord, or is it just for when the landlord has a tenant and then they can use the landlord system?
So we just added like a module for prospect tenants
Mhm.
and integrated the platform with a company that you can do like online tenant referencing. Um, we don't do finding tenants yet, but we
Mhm.
are going to integrate with a platform that will allow that.
Mhm.
But you can definitely manage your pipeline of prospect tenants on Landlord,
Yep.
and now you can do also the tenant referencing. And once you close the tenancy, then of course you can manage the tenancy on Landlord and all the related numbers as well.
Mhm. So I suppose for me, there'd be one sort of final important question for me is why is it more important to do have the sort of landlord system that's digitizes the life cycle of the whole process as opposed to doing it in a different way, which is more of the sort of traditional kind of landlord process.
It's a great question. I think the first thing is, you can carry your portfolio in your pocket. This is like our slogan, basically, because we have like a mobile app, so you can
Yep.
review the data that you need on the go from anywhere, from any device. So this is one thing. The second thing is automation. In order
Mhm.
to be on top of all the many things that you need to be on top of, and if you grow your portfolio, there's so many things you need to be aware of, and so many data that you need to manage. So it's much easier to do it using a software that can also generate insights. We have
Mhm.
like a compliance module. So basically, if you need to do a gas safety certificate, the platform will remind you 3 months in advance
Oh,
that you need,
brilliant.
for instance. Um, and if you want to analyze deal, like in one click, you get all the information that you need. Or if you need to sell the property, we will tell you that this property is not performing, so perhaps
Mhm.
you need to consider to do something. And of course, also over the finance, that it's so complicated to understand the finance
Yeah.
that you can. So absolutely, I think that it can upgrade the life of the landlord if you go digital.
Mm.
And there are many tools out there now. Like the PropTech is a hot trend right now, and you can see
Yep.
many softwares that help landlords with to grow their property business. Actually,
I like, for me, I like anything that reminds me to help me with my life, if that makes sense. Whether that's the gas safety that needs to be done 3 months, whether it's the EPC upgrade that you need to do by level C, you need to have it grade C by X date, all of that stuff that I don't have to remember it, that somebody else remembers it for me, I think is a massive thing, especially because, you know, a lot of landlords, some are, but a lot of landlords, it's a secondary income, and their primary is they're a doctor, a vet, a lawyer, or, you know, whatever they do. So to help them with that, I like that. So Avram, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate you coming on the show, and I'll speak to you soon.
thank you very much. Thank you, Lee.